All right, I just want to do a fun little video here. I'm watching the SPY. We had a huge gap down. Well, not a huge percent and change gap down on the SP 500. Continues to sell off on a Friday, elevated volume. And we're coming down to a key support level, this breakout level. This was the Trump gap. And now it's kind of fizzling out. People are getting shaken out and bailing out. Looks like the market is trying to put in a little bit of a bottom here, oversold. It's been selling off all day. It is 3:21 in the afternoon, so the market closes in about 40 minutes. Usually if there are a lot of people short, which it has been bleeding out and going down all day, there'll be a bit of a squeeze in the end of the day. People covering their shorts and then people also trying to play the upside. So gaps to the downside, lots of volume, lots of selling on a Friday. Usually that's when I come in and want to do the opposite. Everybody's selling, I want to get in and start buying. So if we take a look at the 3-minute chart here, this is that gap between previous session, overnight and pre-market, and the gap down, this blue box. And this is the selling and the bottom that looks like starting to be formed today. So let's just go and take a look at this. And I'm going to drop down to the 1-minute chart to get a bit more of a granular look at things. You can see here we had this big impulse move to the upside. It broke through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highs. This move here created a huge short run, huge pop, breaking all of these highs where people would have had stops. And now we're breaking up even higher, breaking some of these more significant ones here, creating this extra little pop and squeeze. So now the momentum looks to have clearly shifted to the upside, from down to bottom to now up. And now we're just looking for a pause and pullback here for it to continue to push higher into the closing bell. The shorts are going to start to squeeze and cover and potentially even get long for an afternoon trade. And that's what I want to look for, is a long trade I'm going to use the Emini futures to play in here. And I'm just going to let this market continue to unfold. And I'm just going to watch it. I'll probably snip up this video a little bit so time can pass. I'll shorten up the video, but we'll let this just kind of unfold here. And I'll look for an entry price to get in to see if we can get a nice squeeze up, short squeeze into the close. And that would potentially put this daily chart into a nice lower reversal candles, meaning it's sold down and then by the end of the day it rallied back up. Buyers stepped in, creating a nice wick low, which is a bullish sign. It can be something similar to this one over here. It sells down and then rallies up to close strong on the day, and then that momentum can more or less carry through, or something kind of like this over here. It sells down, rallies up, and then might carry through for a few more days. So that's what I'm kind of looking for here in the market. So right now it's had this momentum shift to the upside. Everybody who just piled in created these, we got some elevated volume, people playing the breakout. And now I just kind of want to let things digest. I want to make sure this isn't a shakeout. I don't mind paying higher pricing, but I don't really want to buy after a big run and a run of these stops for it to only just fall out and sell off. I want to let it build a pattern here, build some strength, some confidence that it's not just going to fizzle out and fall straight back down, and then try to get back in, get in here and play it to the upside. We'll have some, if we just zoom out on this chart, we'll have kind of some key resistance areas somewhere right up in here. Let me just pull that up a little bit. Somewhere in there, we're going to have some key resistance up here and some more up here. If we start to break any of these, stuck underneath them will be resistance, but if we start to break them, we could get a bigger run going forward there. All right, so I just bought a share. Finally, it's worked down a 3-wave correction. I just bought a futures contract here. Feels like the end of day squeeze. We got 12 minutes, 11 minutes left. It feels like we just had a squeeze. Lots of ramp up of selling volume. And if we just zoom out on the chart here, this is the 1-minute chart. It's sold off all day. Put in this bottom we talked about, and now it's got this ABC correction after having this impulse move up, breaking through a whole whack of these highs. And so now we're just going to see if this can turn around and build a little launch pad here over the next 10 minutes, next 10 bars, and pop back up and just have a little tiny squeeze somewhere up into this range. So we'll just let this unfold and watch it kind of tick by tick. the sit and watch and wait. 10 minutes to go. Volume should continue to keep ramping up. And if the higher this starts to go, the more people will want to cover their shorts, the more people will also want to try and chase it higher. So this could poke it into be a nice little pop here, and hopefully pierce this high over here. I think we could see a really nice run. Let's just zoom out a bit here. You can see if we can get this to muscle its way up here and break through all of these little highs. These are the little pivot highs where there'll be some shorts that'll cover, create a little bit of a pop. There's three grouped together, so if it breaks one, it could break all three of them and create a nice impulse pop to the upside. So we'll just see if it can get up there. Right now, it's trying to eat through this volume. You can see this blue bar back here, volume by price. There's a little hump right here. This here is telling us there's a bunch of volume traded through here. The next area is a bunch of volume traded through here. So this is going to be a pretty key area through these charts right through here. So it's digesting, trading, pinging, ponging through there. Eight and a half minutes left. So you see the contract, just bought one contract, SP 500. You can just see the P&L. This is just a fun end of day Friday day trade just to close the day off. It's a rainy day here, so why not? This is kind of the setup I like. A bloodbath all day, and then end of day, little squeeze and pop into the closing bell. Finish the day with a few $100, just for the heck of it. This is the P&L here on the right. So 187. 200. Here comes this little level that could create a bit of a pop. There's this peeking through there. Is it going to trigger some stops? It's not a significant pivot high, but it's got a little bit of selling pressure there. What do we have left? 6 minutes. It's on the verge of popping. Could have a nice move up here. There we go. There goes some short stops triggered, so some short covering. It's muscling its way up 385. I meant to buy two contracts. I only bought one. Good old human error. I'd scale one off here. I'd lock in some gains, but I only have one, so I might just pull the plug and move off for the day here. It's going to come up. I'll just hit this transmit. I have one queued up here to sell. And you know what? Let's just see, what do we have left here? 5 minutes. Here's a pop. Let's just zoom out a bit. Where's the next level from here? It'll be right here and then right up here. So pull up that. We're up 430. My finger's on the trigger button. Feels like it wants to pop real quick. A nice, even further up here, break those two blue lines above. And if it can break those, I'll just probably execute and exit. We are on the verge of a pop. Nice volume. Look at the volume piling in here. Come on, baby. The joys of day trading. What a rush. Gosh. Five minutes left. All right, I'm out. I'm going to close. I am out. I'm happy with $500. It'll probably pop without me, but hey, $500 for a couple of minutes worth of trading is not too shabby. Anyways, take care and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.